Beats Planet.
we black like bra straps. What's happening, y'all? Doski Woski. It's grandiose Vach Lombardi. We here today with another live stream discussing week 1 of the NFL. It is among us. Let me wipe my hands. Kobe. Let me take a sip of the happy juice. Let me say What's up, y'all? Got a lot of stuff we can get into today. Rubbing 2 5s together. NFL week 1, man. You know, this was so dope about the NFL, right? And I partially don't too much care for baseball because it's 300 games and just, you know. Basketball is cool, but only in the playoffs. You know, that's like 80, 90 some odd games, you know, 100 including the playoffs and all that. Man, football, you only get 16 of these. NFL in particular, you only get 16 games. Preseason don't count. Preseason is more so rookie evaluation to me. We get 16 of these things, man. 19 to 20 if we lucky. We only get fantasy football one time a year. And I think that's what makes this thing so grand and exciting and amazing. The fact that the last time we saw some real NFL football was damn February. Damn it, it's September now. You know, I feel it in my bones. Y'all feel it in your bones? I drink milk too, so my bones strong. Y'all feel it in your bones? Somebody asked me how I feel about the preseason. I don't care nothing about no preseason. Cowboys play Sunday. We gonna do pick'ems today. It ain't even necessarily gonna be like pick'ems just to get right. I just want to evaluate the games because, you know, like it may be a Dolphins fan in there somewhere. I just want to get my 2 cents for everybody. It's time, man. It's time. I get shivers. Shiver me timber thinking about football being back. Anyway, let me be consistent. Let me get up in the chat box, see what y'all talking about. Wyatt McElroy, what's happening? Young C Money from University of Texas in San Antonio. Salute to you, sir. He wanted to make sure we were aware of their athletic budget. Salute, fam. Legendary some boy. What's happening? Tonyo, Robert, real Dallas Cowboy fan, Conrad Tokyo in the building. Eagles versus Falcons tomorrow, Conrad Tokyo. We'll talk about that. Oh, for really the God, he's consistent. D-Town Tex G. What's happening, bro? Chris, Donovan, Mr. Bruce Wayne, Miss April. April. What's good, though? Royal, Lag, John, Go Hard for Home, Mike, Jawan, Jerry, Anime Dolphin, Lieutenant Dan up in here. What's happening, y'all? Danny, what's happening, y'all? This is what we got on the agenda tonight. Real fast, let me say this too before I get started. Like, we doing NFL football talk right now, but after this, I'm going to record a podcast. It's going to be a Vach's Voice hip-hop situation. Last time we got in the Prince and Guitarist. If y'all want to check that out, go check out the Vach's Voice podcast on all of your podcasting platforms. Vach's Voice, or you can type Vach Lombardi, whatever you want to type in. But as of now, since we're talking football, sports, and all that, we doing week 1 NFL talk. I'm going to go down all the games, and it may be a long talk. It may be a short one. It may be a long talk. It may be a short one. But Damn it, we gonna talk about it. Leveon Bell's holding out. Damn it, we gonna talk about it. Colin Kaepernick got endorsed by Nike. Damn it, we gonna talk about it. And y'all know, in typical Vash Lombardi live stream fashion, you can call into the show and say whatever the hell you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the Chargers, we can talk about it. You want to talk about the Lions, we can talk about it. If you want to talk pineapple on pizza, we can talk about it. Ozark Season 2 on Netflix, we can talk about it. Downloaded a PlayStation emulator on my new phone and a Game Boy Advance emulator on the new phone. We can talk about it. Whatever you want to do. Fantasy football, all that. General Q&A is my show. It's y'all show. My name's just on it, okay? So whatever y'all want to do, we open for that. So if you want to call into the show to speak your piece, the number to call in is 515-739-1285, access code 309104. In case y'all driving and can't see the screen. 515-739-1285, access code 309104. I said it. You heard me say it. It's on the screen in the top left corner up there. Hold on, let me go to my OBS so I can see where I'm pointing. It's in the top left corner up there. It's in the description. Okay? You want the phone number? You can go get it in the description and copy, paste, bam. It's in the chat box, all right? So if you want to get in contact with the show, talk about whatever you want to talk about, we can run it for the cardio. Also, like I said, we're doing a Vach's Voice podcast after this. In light of all the diss rap that's been going on lately, we're going to discuss Eminem, his new album, and we're going to talk about some of my favorite diss tracks in general. So stay tuned for all that. So that's the rundown for tonight. Let's run it for the cardio, man. Let's get it crack-a-lacking, man. But we got a call off the rip, so let's go ahead and address this call. Let's see what's going on. Machine Gun Kelly dropped his little song, which was dope, but you don't want to fool with Eminem like that. 601, where you from? Mississippi? Who this?
It's Nick.
What up, Nick? What up, Nick from Terry High School? What you got for the show, man?
Man, I ain't from Terry. I go to Jackson State, bro.
Oh, my bad. That went to Terry High School. What up, fam?
That went. What's up, man? I can smell it in the air. Football season is here, man. NFL. Like, I love college football. I love high school. I love it. But it's nothing like the NFL. And it's here. It's tomorrow. I can't wait. We got a 75-inch TV, and it's all just for football, just for NFL, and I can't wait.
I tell people all the time, man. I like college football more than NFL football, but I
only watch it just for NFL, so I can.
So you can know the draft picks and shit, right? I'm Cowboys over everything. You know what I mean? Because I remember watching. I was like, damn, LSU beating the hell out of Miami, and I was like, damn, Tua Tagovailoa beating the shit out of Jalen Hurts in this damn quarterback battle, but it ain't Cowboy football. It ain't the same. So I totally understand, Nick. What else you got, brother?
So I don't know if I ever told you, but I'm a Titans fan, right?
You have not told me.
It's like in Mississippi, like you normally find two types of fans. In Mississippi, like you either a Cowboys fan or you either a Saints fan. You smushed in between. But I went the opposite route. You watch a lot of swag football. Steve McNair,
right.
And he was a legend down here. And I'm a Titans fan naturally. And this weekend they playing the Dolphins, and I don't really pay attention much to the analysts. And I looked at the betting odds, and they got the Titans losing. I was thinking about taking that bet.
I think the Titans gonna beat the shit out the Dolphins, but so if I was you, I would probably go ahead and take that bet. I think the Titans are a more complete team than the Dolphins right now. Miami, they don't really have an identity. I mean, what a lot of this comes from is the pundits really got a lot of faith in Kenyon Drake and what he's able to do, and
I think he's good.
Kenyon
Yeah,
Drake
I
is
think, like,
he's fine. He's okay, but Tannehill
I think
still
them
run that
Eagles
thing.
can get rid of Ajayi. They probably could have got more out of him when they traded him to Philly.
Tannehill still runs that thing, and they're still a rebuilding squad. I mean,
And they're not gonna have Parker this weekend.
right. And you know, I don't consider Tennessee to be super duper cold, but I do think they good enough to beat the shit out the Dolphins though.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a good game with the Cowboys. They playing the Panthers, aren't they?
Cowboys gonna beat the shit out the Panthers, and that ain't me being biased, but go ahead.
I think that's gonna be a toss up. There's a lot of toss up
No, it's
games
not.
this weekend. I think
No, it's not.
it's that Texans Patriots game gonna be a toss up, to be honest.
Man, look. You remember Thanos walked up in Wakanda? Well, pardon me, Thanos people walked up in Wakanda, and he was like, "Bitch, what that Infinity Stone at?" and then motherfucking Panther looked him in the face. He say, "You are in Wakanda now. Thanos will have nothing but dust and blood. That's how I feel, Nick. That's how I feel, Nick. The Panthers ain't finna get nothing off on us. Dust and blood, Nick."
I think that still is Browns game gonna be a toss up because no Leveon. Everybody focused on Leveon. They not focused on that game because whenever the Steelers focus on something off the field, then they not gonna be winning. Whenever that national anthem thing happened with the Steelers, they lost to the Bears.
Uh-huh.
The Steelers unravel really easy. They paper champions, in my opinion. I'd be shocked if, they win more than 11 games, 10 games. That's my opinion.
I mean,
they're still going to the playoffs.
Thing about Pittsburgh, bro, is we've seen them line up without Le'Veon Bell. My man D'Angelo Williams seems to step right in, do his thing for 2 games, 3-4 games, however long Le'Veon's out. Then Le'Veon comes back, and he's a top-tier running back in the league. But for some reason, it feels different this year. It feels like a piece of their continuity is missing. You know what I mean? Because it's not suspension holding Le'Veon from being on the team. It's that Le'Veon won his bread. You know what I mean? And I'm real pro Le'Veon in this situation. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Why I feel that way. But Pittsburgh fans are pissed off, and I would like some Pittsburgh Steelers fans to call in. But Pittsburgh fans are pretty much pissed off. Even his teammates, the offensive line, pissed off and all that too. So when we hang up, I'm gonna pretty much get into my thoughts about Le'Veon.
I hang up after this, but on the thought of Le'Veon, I feel like I understand his point, but his position is just really replaceable. It's going to be a whole bunch of good running backs coming out of the draft this year, and I just feel like it's just not that time.
I feel you.
So just sit out as much as you want.
I feel you, but look, this is my whole thing too, because I kind of agree with that. But if you want to replace him, let him go or trade him. Stop franchise tagging him. You know what I mean? Sure, you want him around, but you at least want him to be happy and where he, where he wants to be. You know what I mean? So don't say, "Oh, we want Le'Veon here, but we won't pay him the big bread that that he wants." Then when he says, "Okay, y'all don't want me, let me go," and y'all won't let him go. Well, not you, but like y'all, like being Pittsburgh. That's my whole thing. If Pittsburgh feels like the running back position is so accessible that you can go find somebody to match the production of Le'Veon Bell, if you feel that good about James Conner, don't franchise Le'Veon Bell. Let him go.
Yeah, I see.
That's my whole thing. But appreciate it, Nick.
All right.
Yep. So that's my whole thing too. And like I said, I would really like for some Pittsburgh Steelers fans to call in so I can get their temperature on this thing. The call in number is 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. This is my whole thing. We talking about, I've been watching Bleacher Report, I've been watching Twitter and all that. People call Le'Veon selfish. They say he's not all in. This is a business. This is about business, Sonny. That's what Mendoza said on Low Down Dirty Shame. It's not about my woman. It's about business, Sonny. And when the NFL takes their side of business, when these teams take their side of business, then we feel one way. Leveon is simply taking his side of the business, and he's exercising his right. Leveon has options. He's not selfish because he wants to get the bag. I saw some Steelers fans on Twitter or whatever. He was talking about, they was all like, Leveon's making $14 million. How dare he think he's getting underpaid? Well, Gurley, Todd Gurley guaranteed 60. Todd Gurley guaranteed 60. Bell is only guaranteed 14. Those numbers don't add up. So if you Le'Veon Bell in your prime, this about the last time you can get your bread. So what's so wrong with Le'Veon Bell getting his bread? Now, granted, before I take these calls, I don't fully expect the Steelers fans to understand Le'Veon and his plight. I fully expect some Steelers fans to be emotional and take the side of the team. I saw one video that they had this woman on that made me sick. This woman said, "Oh, I feel where Le'Veon Bell is coming from, but he asking for more money. Ain't like you can take it with you." You can't take it with you, but you could definitely leave it for your children. That's the difference. $14 million runs out way quicker than $60 million. Know what I mean? What my man Andre 3 Stacks say? So my kids can have some loot. That's how I look at this Le'Veon Bell situation. So there's one faction of people that think Pittsburgh will do right by Le'Veon. But this is what Vach Lombardi thinks. Ryan Shazier barely walking right now. Does he get some type of stipend for his situation? Because if we assume that Ryan Shazier plays through, wasn't he about to get paid this year? Because Zach Martin got paid, so ain't Shazier, wasn't he about to get paid? Like, Ryan Shazier barely walking right now. But what the NFL is not gonna do is say, "Yo, Shazier, you broke your back on company time, man. This is what your contract would have been, man. Your contract would have been this, however. Let us take care of you, Ryan Shazier." If Ryan Shazier never plays football again, I mean, he'll probably get some free food in Pittsburgh. They may do the right thing and give him the rest of his rookie contract, but Ryan Shazier will never get the bag if he never plays football again. Marshawn Lattimore never got the bag. Jalen Smith almost didn't get the bag, but he healed up pretty well. So if you who we talking about? Le'Veon Bell. So if you Le'Veon Bell and you say, "You know what? I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to go out there with my teammates. Pittsburgh say they're going to take care of me. They're going to drop the bag. I just need to play this year and come out next year." Then he tears his ACL. Say Le'Veon Bell tears his ACL game 1 versus the Browns. Y'all think Le'Veon getting that bag? Le'Veon got he got the franchise tag. What's that like? What a $16-17 million this year? If Le'Veon Bell tears his ACL week 1 against the Browns, you think they gonna offer him more than you think he gonna get more than 10? He's not getting the bag. He's not. Even if he's replaceable. Even if you say, "Oh, we just going to play James Conner and call it a day," then get rid of Le'Veon Bell. Cut ties and let him go get the bag. By you franchise tagging Le'Veon Bell, you're showing interest in Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon saying, "Cool, you're showing interest. You're keeping me here. You're risking my injury. Drop the bag." We've seen Le'Veon Bell miss 2 games, miss 4, come back into the league and catch up with all the other running backs in the league only playing 12 games. Drop the bag. But if you feel like you don't want to pay them, let them go so they can drop the bag. Perfect example, Khalil Mack. Oakland didn't want to drop the bag on Khalil Mack, but they didn't play around and act like they did. They didn't just franchise tag Khalil Mack saying, oh, we just going to hold you. We just going to keep you around. Oakland said, man, there's no way Khalil signing here. Let's send him somewhere else so they can give him the bag. And Khalil Mack got the bag. By Pittsburgh franchise tagging Le'Veon Bell, that's showing interest. Drop the bag. You can't franchise tag Le'Veon Bell then say, oh, damn this franchise tag. I think we can get it done with James Conner. No. You don't think you can get it done with James Conner because you franchise tagging Le'Veon Bell. Drop the bag or give him away. Let's get back into some calls, though. Let's get into some calls. 301, who this?
Yo, what up, Bosh? It's Aaron holding out for the WCC Pizza man. What up?
What up, Aaron? What you got for the show, man?
All right. So I want to talking about Leveon Bell's situation and for the Week 1 matchup.
Let's run it.
I honestly think that Le'Veon Bell is going to wait this out and then going to become a free agent next year because I don't think it's going to sign long term for the Steelers. You know, for where I think he's going to end up being next year, going to be a team that's going to be contending for the Super Bowl. Possibly might end up being joined up by Houston Texans because that Lamar Miller ain't cutting the mustard up around here, and that Deontay Foreman is out for this year with I think it was either an Achilles or a torn ACL. So I do think that Le'Veon Bell, if he wants to come to a Super Bowl contender and be able to get in for a team that needs to pay him the dough, come over to H-Town, man. But
time out. Would you happen to be a Houston Texans fan?
Yes, sir, Bosh.
Oh, God.
Definitely a diehard Houston Texans fan.
Keep going.
All right. But the only question is that does taking Bell number one priority over paying Clowney though? Because Badger can go for whichever which way that he wants to go because that Badger and his health throughout the year has been a definite question mark, but Clowney it's still that we got to pay him because for the longest time that we need a number 2 pass rusher next to J.J. Watt. So, I mean, definitely up in there for that.
Okay. I feel you. Let's run these picks though. Let's hear what you ain't gotta give us all your picks, but give us some picks.
All right, I'll give you some picks. Of course, that's the Week 1 match I definitely think is out of the question is Bills and the Ravens. I think the Bills don't stand a chance in hell of beating the Ravens.
Ravens gonna beat
because with Nathan Peterman under center, I guess this Ravens defense, like, bitch, please. Nathan Peterman's going to throw turnovers left and right. The Bills are going to get slaughtered in Baltimore.
Yeah.
But the matchup that I'm most excited for Week 1 is, of course, the Jaguars and the Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. going 1-on-1 against Jalen Ramsey on the outside. And I do think that the Jaguars are going to squeak by with the win. That Bortles are going to have a couple turnovers. Eli May is going to come down with a couple turnovers himself. But I think it's going to come down to a battle of the running backs with Barkley in his regular season debut up against Leonard Fournette. And I do think that is going to be a major highlight. And, of course, with the Texans and the Patriots, second for what happened during the regular season last year with Deshaun Watson carving out the Patriots defense, but yet Tom Brady doing as Tom Brady could do, playing out some four-quarter magic. But definitely there with J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney healthy, that we're going to get to Brady because without Isaiah Wynn, that the Patriots offensive line ain't going to do that much against our front seven, and we're going to get to Brady, but Brady's going to carve apart our secondary because our secondary, even with Badger, ain't all that good. So
you think that the Texans are going to beat the shit out the Patriots?
No, I think we're going to definitely put up some points because this game's going to be a shootout like it was
You're
last
crazy.
year.
Cardinal fan, talk to him.
But for the sleeper matches that everyone people were there to watch coming up on this week is definitely going to be the Chiefs going up against the Chargers, because that the Chiefs are definitely going to put up some points up against the Chargers, because even though the Chargers have an elite defense, that the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and Kareem Hunt, they're going to definitely show up in Patrick Mahomes' first full season as the starter, and that they're going to really test the LA Chargers. But Chiefs with Mahomes in the offense is not going to be enough to stop Chargers and their offense, because they could put up some points too, and that Chiefs secondary is just pure garbage.
Well, Chargers are going to win, mainly because of the defensive line. So, next.
Yeah, man, that's a fair point. That's fair point. Yeah, fair point.
2 words, Bosa. And it's going to be a low-scoring game.
And it's going to be a low. Matter of fact, hey, bruh, appreciate you. Thanks for calling, man. Doski was my man. Cool. Cardinal fan, what's up, dog?
Yo, Botch, I'm living the dream, man. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely, bro. Talk to us.
Hey, first of all, to go back to Le'Veon Bell, Botch, what do you know about $14 million? You don't know nothing about $14 million.
I don't know nothing about. I don't know nothing about 14. Look. This is only a conversation because Leveon is worth more than that. Vach don't know nothing about $14 million. Not a thing.
But there's got to be more to this story that we're not hearing, man. Mainly because, and you know this better than I would, but the dialogue surrounding it, specifically the Steelers players,
they seem a bit pissed off now. Right. Keep going.
Yeah, you don't hear about, the players talking shit about somebody holding out. But I just read something, a tweet on what's the guy's name? Castro, the
David DeCastro,
guard tackle. Yeah. He told him to sit out the whole year. I mean, have you ever heard of teammates throwing teammates under the bus under a holdout situation? Have you ever heard of that?
Well, it's strange, man, because it's, Le'Veon's normally not around because he smokes some weed or, substance thing like that. This is the first time where he could be available week 1, but he just say, nah. You know what I mean? So they're taking it like a selfish approach. I even saw one offensive lineman say, damn, Le'Veon making like twice as much as me, and I'm the one blocking for him. And, that ain't really how this thing works. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really how the league works. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really pissed off about this. Yeah.
There's more to this story. There 100% has to be more to this story. And they just don't cover that stuff. We won't hear about it. I don't know who's going to tell us about it or how we're going to hear about it, because you know how those sports channels are, man. They're, like you said, they're more concerned about the shoes and AB's hair, and we're never going to get the real info on Scoop on what's going on.
Right.
So.
Right.
Oh, is that your girlfriend?
No, she better not be my girlfriend. She Carter fan. She better not. No, this is some lady on Instagram. I was minding my business and I was just scrolling, and I was being pure and righteous till this lady just popped up on my Instagram. I was chilling, but Yeah.
To go to the let's switch it up really quick.
Yeah.
These first week picks.
Let's run it.
I got a couple of games that I'm interested to get your opinion on. The first one is, and personally, this is my upset. The Jaguars and the Giants. That one's a mystery to me right now. I don't know what the line is, or if the Jaguars are completely favored over the Giants or what, but that's not a good matchup for the Jaguars. Yeah. I'd be curious to see what that line is, but what are your thoughts on that?
I'm looking up the betting odds right now, but I think the Jags gonna beat the shit.
That'd be the upset of the week for me. That'd be the upset. Go ahead, sorry.
I think the Jags gonna beat the shit out the Giants, man. I mean, offensively, I think the Jags are built to stop what the Giants do offensively. You know what I mean? I don't think the Giants' defense is built like they used to be. You know what I mean? I think if you can get movement on their interior guys, if you just move to one tech, hat on the head, 3 tech, everything else just kind of falls in place. I think you can put points up on the Giants, you know? As far as their...
What don't you like about the Giants' defense? I actually think that they're really underrated. I'm not a Giants fan, obviously, but I follow my brother-in-law is, but what don't you like about that defense?
I think they're not as good as they once was. And then something else too, I will say this. I think the Giants built their defense to beat the Cowboys. Like they got real stout in the middle. You know what I mean? And they what's his face? Janoris Jenkins is kind of built for Dez. I ain't really see Janoris Jenkins stop nobody else but Dez that year. You know what I mean? Not that Jacksonville have a proven, you know what I'm saying, wide receiver core. I mean, it should be a good game. Don't get me wrong. But
let's do $5 on it, you and me. What's the line on it? You gonna give me some points or just straight up?
Let me see right now. Let's see right now. Scrolling. Hey. So
Scrolling.
The Giants are favored to beat Jacksonville, which is interesting.
They are?
Which is interesting. And the over-under is 43.5, which is interesting.
Man, that sounds like a high-scoring game. It would be about 21, over 21 a pop.
Yeah, 20-21.
Touchdowns?
20-21, yeah. This all comes back to something else too, man. I don't have faith that the Giants gonna be able to block Jacksonville up front. When I look at what Jacksonville...
Campbell's my boy, dude. Calais Campbell's my boy. I met him a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
That is the nicest, most sincere dude I think I've ever talked to. I've never seen him say anything mean. I've never heard anything negative about him. I'm a super big fan of Calais Campbell, and he's really talented. So I think maybe you're right on that, but... Really, I didn't think I thought the Jaguars would. That was my pick. That was my upset pick for the week. I thought, man, I don't know about that one.
I
wonder why they're favored.
I just know whenever people can't block the Jaguars up front, they rack up sacks. Whether it be 10 versus Houston, 10 versus Indy, like 8 versus Cleveland, Jacksonville runs the table when you can't block them up front because there's so many guys up front. The Giants.
But why are they not favored to win this game then? What, is somebody hurt?
I don't know. Let me look a little deeper into this, man. Let me look at another website. I don't fuck with this website. I don't like this website. Okay. This website looks strange. So look on Bovada, which is actually where I go to the bet on my UFC joints. They got Jacksonville favored -3, but the over under is 43.5. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting. We'll see. I'll be tuned in though.
All right, you got a 5 on it.
And you're betting on Jacksonville?
I'll take Giants straight up.
Okay, fine. We can bet 5. I'll bet on the punk ass I'll bet on Jacksonville, and you can bet on the sorry ass Giants. Sure, we got 5 on it. We got 5.
All right.
What else you got?
Full packed in keys.
You better stop it. What else?
My jam.
What else, bro?
So the other game that I'm a little iffy on is I think the Cardinals will win, but that Washington team, I don't know. They got our number, so of course I'll go with the Cardinals, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You say Arizona's playing Washington.
Washington.
They're even. The over-under is 44. So let me say this: the Cardinals.
It is even.
The goddamn Cardinals gonna beat the shit out the Redskins just because I like Cardinal fan. You know what I mean? Like, if it's up to me, the Cardinals going undefeated. Let me look at my schedule, see if the Cowboys play the Cardinals. Nope, the Cowboys don't play the Cardinals. Cardinals going undefeated. They're gonna beat the shit out.
That's how I feel. I don't know. I think people are sleeping on. I mean, I'm a Cardinals fan, so obviously.
Clearly.
But I think the defense is, man, nobody's talking about them. Nobody's bringing them up. I think they had like almost double the turnovers in preseason. I mean, regardless if you're playing scrubs, you still have to be in the right position. You still have to recover. You still have to complete the play. I don't know, man. I think they're sleeping on. We were a top 10 defense last year, and we didn't even make the playoffs.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think the Cardinals are. The thing is, you got to have that quarterback. I mean, period. So if you don't got that quarterback, I mean, I don't even know if you can even bring up that conversation that they have a chance. So everyone's Sam Bradford's just. I just remember when they signed him for that $20 million. I'm thinking, oh, okay, so this is what a garbage fire of $20 million looks like. You know, like that's just
it's a robbery.
I was like,
it's a robbery.
oh man, I was like. Oh, what is this our new coach doing? But anyways, so yeah, I think the Cardinals will be. I actually think they're going to win. Be one of the better teams in the NFC West. It's probably. Do you think that's the toughest division or your division?
I think the North.
What's
I think the North with Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit, Chicago. I think they're the toughest division. Because I really think highly of Detroit, and I don't know if everybody else thinks that way about the Lions or whatever, but I think really highly of the Lions. So the North is definitely the toughest division.
Okay. My other pick, or my other one that I'm looking at, is the Broncos and Seahawks.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the Seahawks this year other than they lost, Sherman. They're supposed to have a running game this year. They say that every year. The O-line, I don't have a clue about the O-line. What are your thoughts on that game? Broncos, Seahawks.
I really don't have a beat on the Broncos because I feel like they're a totally different team than than we normally think they are. And I think Seattle. I ain't just talking my shit for a minute. I think Seattle's going to be one of the worst teams this year. That's just my opinion. They had one draft pick in 2 days, and they flat out act like they didn't need an offensive line. They flat out acted like Russell Wilson just wasn't running for his life last year, and they went to go get Rashawn Penny. I don't even know if he started, but we'll see. That defense is definitely ain't the defense that that they used to be. But you can say the same about Denver. 3 years ago, this matchup would have been nasty as hell, man. But it ain't 3 years ago. It's 2018.
I'm so stoked to watch the Seahawks play, though. Even with everything you said, dead on.
Yeah.
But I am so excited to watch him for a couple reasons. I do think Russell Wilson is probably one of the top 3 players in the entire NFC. I mean, I don't know who. I mean, you're going to say, Zeke, Elliott, Zeke, and Dak are 1-2, but I think Russell Wilson's up there. So he's always fun to watch. And then also in that backfield with the brothers, what's the name?
Shaquem and Shaquille. Shaquem and Shaquille.
Yeah. Like to watch brothers in the backfield alone.
They both got dreads, man. They both look they both look like each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you don't even notice that hand. I mean, honestly, I watched the preseason games. It ain't no thing. Like it ain't no big deal at all. I mean, I think he led the team in tackles a couple of those games too. But just the dynamic of those brothers catching each other's back and playing with each other, and just that nonverbal communication that you have with siblings. I think it's going to be really interesting to check out. So I'm looking forward to that game. But, yeah, I don't know either. I don't know who's going to win that one. I don't know much about the Broncos. They seem like an enigma. But as long as you got Von Miller, man, I think you got a shot. So
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what's up.
We'll see. Hey,
all right,
man.
Bosh, I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah, so you want to hang around or what you want to do?
Sure, I'll chill out. I'll hang around. Before I do that, though, really quick, I wanted to mention to the 123 people that are watching, if you guys have a couple of seconds, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The subscribe button, and then there's a little bell right next to it that will alert you for people new to the YouTube game. It'll alert you when Vach is going live or when a new video pops up or something like that. And then last but not least, that thumbs up button. Yeah. Those thumbs up go a really long way in putting Vach at the top of the list when you're searching for things. or it goes a really long way in the YouTube world. A simple thumbs up, and that's free. We can all do that. So hopefully, if you guys haven't done that yet, please do that. Also, Vach is a pretty interesting dude. If you guys haven't been listening to him for a while, this guy has a unique way, and I personally feel it's a gift, a unique way of expressing the nuances of professional football in a way that the everyday fan can enjoy. Taking complicated ideas and schemes and presenting them in such a way that we can see the game with a little more appreciation. And I do think that's a gift. Vach also has a really good work ethic. If you guys haven't been paying attention, this guy posts almost every day or does a video almost every day. That's extremely time-consuming, and even the breakdown videos are extremely time-consuming.
Talk to him.
And he does it with a smile, and the reason why is it's his passion. It's his talent, and it's his passion, and you can feel that. You can't fake energy, right? I mean, real recognize real, game recognize game. We have an opportunity as people that are listening in this YouTube world to support a guy that is actively pursuing his dream. We can go back to a few videos, and you can just see the progression of the show and the things that he's trying to do and the people that he's trying to involve. A couple of dollars on the Patreon, we won't miss it, but in terms of affecting someone's life and blessing someone, it will go a really long way. And honestly, we won't miss it. You just throw that Patreon in there, and every month they take out $1 or $2, or if you got it like that, $100 a month. It goes a long way. And you can see Vach is showing us the stuff he's doing with the cash. The sweet-ass microphones, the sweet-ass video cameras, and things like that. If you're not comfortable with doing a monthly kind of Patreon, you can also just drop some money in that PayPal, in the Super Chat or in PayPal, $5 here, $10 here. All those little things really add up over time and can really have a significant impact and a positive impact on this guy that's pursuing his dream. So sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, anyone that's listening, please just put a couple dollars in, and if you can't, totally cool. Everyone's in a different spot, but we definitely can hit the subscribe, like, and notification button. So I encourage you guys to do that right now if you haven't. I'll be on the phone, Vach. I'll be here, man. Let me know.
Salute. Man, look, Sushi 817 was in the chat box talking about what did he say? Let me go back to what Sushi 817 said. What did he say? So I can be mean to him. He said, "What is this, an infomercial? You gotta shut your ass up." Cardinal fan said what he want, dog. Cardinal fan said what he want, as long as he need to say it. But let's run it for the cardio. Let's see what else we got. Conrad Tokyo, y'all have the Atlanta Falcons tomorrow. I think the Falcons gonna beat the shit out of y'all. What you got for the show?
What's poppin', man?
Doski Woski.
Look, I mean, I turned 19 today. Shout out to the birthday stream.
Salute.
You feel me?
Salute. Happy birthday, Conrad Tokyo. Check his mixtape out.
For real. I'll get to my Eagles in a second, but I want to talk about Leveon Bell first, man.
Let's run it.
These Steelers fans, man, you hit it on the nose. Like, how dumb can some of them be? Like, the Steelers offer under the franchise tag right now. Bell's making like $14.5 million a year. Mm-hmm. They offered him less a year for his contract. They offered him like $12 million a year.
Right.
Why would he sign that? Right. Like, what financial sense does that make? Why would you want to make less than you're already making, especially if he does get hurt? And on top of that, I mean, I know you got your opinion on Zeke, but I think Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in the league. I don't think there's a defense, like a running back in this league, that changes defense like Le'Veon Bell does. Like, as a defense, what do you do when it's 3rd and 4 and you come out in a nickel package? Bell can run for 5 easy. Mm-hmm. And that extra corner is going to be a liability. So you come out in the nickel package, the extra corner is going to be a liability because you ain't going to be able to tackle him. You're going to make him miss. Mm-hmm. You come out in the 4-3, okay, guess what? Le'Veon Bell, go in motion. You're going to be lined up as an outside wide receiver. and that linebacker, that's a mixed match. No running back in the league can change defenses like Bell does. And saying he's replaceable is ridiculous. I get it, they like James Conner.
I will say this, because I feel like you was kind of shooting at Zeke a little bit, and I want to attack you for that, but I do agree that schematically it's harder to prepare for Leveon than Zeke. I'll give you that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, it's apples and oranges. Zeke is still elite. If he's not number one, he's two or like 2 or 3. It's still up there. I wasn't trying to take shots at Zeke, but like, that's what I'm saying. Bell caught the ball almost 90 times last year.
Because Bell wasn't because first of all, he caught the ball 90 times because he wasn't blocking, and he wasn't because he was blocking, and he wasn't suspended for punching DJs in the face and that one girl at the parade or whatever. So, but go ahead.
I feel you, but still,
plus all his passes are under 10 yards. He catches most of that stuff in the flat anyway.
In the flat, Conrad Tokyo.
Yeah, he's still making people miss though, and he's still having that mixed match more than any of the running backs. Gurley and Dave Johnson can still do it. The point is, he's worth more than $14.5 million a year. However way you want to put it, he's worth way more than that. And the Steelers are being ridiculous, thinking they can replace him with James Conner or whoever else you want to bring in and draft. Sure. Le'Veon Bell is amazing, and why would he even come? Like, I get it, you want him to come in and be for the team, but Khalil Mack just held out, and he just got his money and traded. So I don't know. Khalil
Mack got the bag, fam, because the Oakland Raiders were realistic in saying, "Hey, man, we probably won't sign this dude back, and we don't want to give him this much money. Let's trade him and just get something back for him." That's righteous business right there. Damn, Pittsburgh out here playing chicken. They playing chicken with Le'Veon Bell out here, and that's trash to me.
It is, and they got the nerve to like talk about Le'Veon. Your organization isn't doing him right at all.
Yeah, wrong with that.
But yeah, that's my point on Le'Veon. I can talk about my Eagles. I also want to talk about Colin Kaepernick too, though.
Okay, let's run it.
Go ahead. Yeah. All right, so shout out to Nike for one. Mm-hmm. They've been the realest, but I think personally, I personally don't believe Kaepernick is being blackballed or whatever, but that's a whole another conversation. I do support him, though, and I support what he's standing for and fighting for, and I think it's great that Nike sees that as well. You know how many dumb people I've seen on my Twitter timeline this morning say, "Oh, I'm cutting all my Nike gear, I'm burning my Nike socks,
Matter of fact,
let me say this. Let
me say this, and let me just filibuster for a while if y'all don't mind, because this is my show, but whatever. I think there's only, and let me say this before I get started too. If anybody want to unsubscribe about my Colin Kaepernick opinion, holla at you. Peace. Mm-hmm. I got 24,000 subs, fam. I don't mind losing you. Listen. Doski. So, Pete, man, there's only a small percentage of people that's really pissed off about this shit. It's just that social media makes it seem bigger. So what I want to hear, like, let me just say, it ain't all white people against Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? Let me just get that out for us. When I say us, I mean my people. It ain't all white people that's against Colin Kaepernick. It's only a handful. It's only a small percentage. A small
just the ones wearing the Monarchs.
A small percentage of people are out there burning Nikes or cutting up Nike socks. That same percentage of people are the exact people that Colin Kaepernick is trying to bring attention to. Those people in those scenarios. This ain't about the anthem. This ain't about the flag. This ain't about disrespecting. Never. Ain't about disrespecting nobody's country or nobody's military. If you listen to the narrative, Colin Kaepernick says he had conversation with military, and they say, "Hey, fam, don't sit, just kneel." The damn military told them to take a knee. But now, all of a sudden, because of this narrative, y'all want to ride with this, or you want to burn a jersey, or you want to burn some shoes because of this narrative. Some people would rather feel before they think for themselves. Let me say this again. Some people would rather feel before they think for themselves. And sometimes when you see a large group of people feeling a certain way, opposed to thinking, you feel that way because they feel a certain way. This ain't about what you think it's about. This ain't about what the television is painting it as. The NFL only made their big stance on it because Trump called people sons of bitches. Then at that point they say, oh, it's not about the flag, it's about sons of bitches. Okay, let's stand up now. No. It's about the social injustices. It's about the things that you sing in this song. We ain't buying what you selling. That's what this always been about. We ain't buying what you selling. This country ain't showing me what y'all preaching.
Yep.
So you can go burn your little. So you can go burn your little $40 Nikes all you want to. I saw this one joke on Instagram. They say, on Twitter, they say white people gonna be mad when they find out that Converse is owned by Nike.
Yeah, Converse.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious to me, man. So as far as this whole Colin Kaepernick thing, as far as the whole Nike thing, if any of y'all out there burning your Nikes, fuck you, unsubscribe, man. Real shit. real shit, man. Go ahead, Conrad. What's up, man?
And it doesn't even make like any sense too, because I heard people also saying like, yeah, not only because of the cap thing, they were like, oh yeah, Nike, you know, they got children in sweatshops working and stuff. Bruh, this is America. We import way more than we export. Yeah. You're filming these videos of you burning Nike socks on a phone that was made in a sweatshop, probably. Mm-hmm. Like, what the irony in that is so stupid. It's not about the sweatshops thing. Y'all pissed off about Kaepernick, and Boss pointed it out. Y'all stupid. Whatever.
Hey, but let me say this though. Let me say this though before we get too far though. If I could just be, you know what I'm saying, Wakanda forever for a second. Nike only did this because it makes sense for business. Don't get this twisted. Don't just think Nike's just making this. Yeah. Don't just think Nike's making this righteous stance, because if it was if those percentage of people went out and bought Jordans like we buy Jordans, this wouldn't be a conversation. It all got to make sense dollar-wise. But shouts out to Nike for making that stand. This thing's probably going to blow over and it's going to be back to normal, man. But go ahead.
Conrad, this is Cardinals fan. I was just going to say, Bot, you're right on. That was my point. Let's not make Nike out to be some kind of saint or hero in this situation. It has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
My background is like sales, marketing. It is 100% about the bottom dollar and how for them to sell more shoes.
Yeah.
They understand that their company is not driven by white people. It's driven by the urban culture, artists, musicians, athletes. That's what it's about. It's not. It has zero to do with what Colin Kaepernick is standing for, or even Colin Kaepernick himself. It's 100% about how do we sell more shoes and make more money for our profit, for our shareholders. So Nike is should not be in the conversation of, oh, what a great company, they're taking a stance or this and that. I don't think that had any bearing on the final decision on whether they use Colin Kaepernick for this specific program. Vach nailed it on the head. It's about money. It's always been about money. It always will be about money and what will progress their brand in the fastest way. Mm-hmm. So Nike's not an angel here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand, and I agree too. It's a company, it's a business at the end of the day. I understand that, but I think Nike has been rebellious. Like, they're a company that does do that. I mean, they were the company that helped Jordan wear his shoes in the games when they weren't allowed to. Like, they helped him do that too, and they did help Serena Williams out during her points as well. So, like, I get it. It's about the money. Like, I'm not taking that point away, but Nike has always been a rebellious company too, though.
Read the book. Phil Knight wrote a book about Nike and how it started up, and specifically about Jordan and that era. They didn't sign Jordan because they signed him because he was black. I mean, let's just be honest. That's who they were trying to get in the market with. It had nothing to do with being rebellious or anything like that. I don't know how Nike gets off so good at, just in general in these conversations, because it's not about that. It's not about taking a stance in any capacity. It's about selling more shoes as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Read that book. It's a good book.
Yep. But but at the end of the day, it's a good look for Nike. Salute to Kaepernick. He, you know what I'm saying, he getting his bread now. Salute to him for not being, you know what I'm saying, for not being broke no more. I think he got 30 million. So Cap got the bag. Salute to him. But hey man, it is what it is. Conrad, what you got on these week 1 picks though? I think the Falcons gonna beat the shit out the Eagles, but what's up though?
No, I have to disagree on that. It's not even me just being an Eagles fan. The Falcons do not play good anywhere along the East Coast, and they really do not play well in Philly. I get it. We're missing Wentz. Alshon's not playing. I think Nigel Bradham is out too. But even with all that, we're still getting players back that we didn't have last year when we beat them. Jason Peters is back in the lineup. Our linebacker, Jordan Hicks, our main guy, is back in the lineup. And we're getting younger corners. Sidney Jones is in the mix, and he's been playing really well. And I think we match up really well because the Falcons last year couldn't stop our running back attack. And Ajay Ajayi on fantasy team this week, I don't think he's going to be great, a fantasy running back for the year, but this is the week to start him. I think he's going to have a tremendous game. The Falcons have a trouble with our RPO system, and you guys, I get the worries of Foles over the preseason. He hasn't looked good. Being blunt, he hasn't looked good. That's because he was running that Wentz playbook. Yeah, I know, Big Dick Nick. He ain't looked good in the preseason. He even had me worried a little bit, but it's because he's not running that Wentz. He was running the Wentz playbook. He wasn't running the same offense that he was running in the playoffs that made him look good with a more RPO style offense. So he'll get that back, and I think he'll be just fine. And I'm not really worried about it. The Falcons don't play good in Philly. I think our strengths match up versus theirs. We control the trenches in almost any game we play. Our offensive line is better than the Falcons' D-line. Our D-line is better than the Falcons' O-line. Julio Jones is going to get his, but that's really pretty much who I'm worried about. Calvin Ridley, he'll show flashes, but I don't really think so. I don't think the Falcons put in enough work into scoring, like working on their red zone offense. The red zone offense last year was terrible. They added Calvin Ridley in the draft, but I'm not a head believer in their offensive coordinator. It was Sarkisian. I'm not a believer. So I think we'll shut them down just like we did last year, and that's it. I think we're coming out with the dub. I don't think it'll be easy, but I got us starting out 3-0, to be honest, even without Wentz, because we play the Bucks and the Titans the following weeks, and I'm not worried about those teams either.
So I saw Lieutenant Dan in the chat box. First and foremost, shouts out to Lieutenant Dan. Love him. That's the homie. Go to his channel, Unintentional Grounding, and subscribe to him. But he made a comment where he was like, blah blah blah, falling asleep, getting back. He said, get back to football, get back to talking football. Yo, Dan, this says Vash Lombardi, right? So like, this is Vash Lombardi show, and like, this is my shit, and like, next to subscribe and next to that bell is Vash Lombardi, my show. Go ahead, Conrad, talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, family.
No, that was it. One matchup though, you guys talked about. You're talking about the Giants and the Jags.
Yes, sir.
That is very interesting.
I think the Jags gonna beat the shit out of the Giants. Don't let Odell coming back fool you. Go ahead.
Wrong.
I don't know, man. I like Saquon a lot, and I think it's gonna be a great debut for him personally. So I mean, I don't know. Even as an Eagles fan, I'm close to picking the Giants. To be honest, I'm not as high on Jacksonville this year as I am last year. I think they're slowly going to realize that they have the worst quarterback in the division, and it's going to hurt them in the long run. So
look, these are the games I think that are going to be actually good. Houston versus New England is going to be good. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland is going to be good. San Francisco versus Minnesota will be interesting, but we'll see.
Minnesota got them.
Yeah, that's why I say it'll be interesting. I do think Minnesota will win, but it'll be interesting. I think Kansas City versus LA is going to be good. Seattle versus Denver. Okay. Chicago. Okay, cool. And everybody else that I think is going to win just going to beat the shit out their opponent. So, hey, so there we go. Conrad Tokyo, I'm having a hip hop podcast after this. We're going to talk about the new Eminem and my favorite diss tracks of all time. You going to be around?
Word up. I'm gonna try. I got some friends coming over to help celebrate, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you gonna get drunk, smoke weed, and have a threesome. All right, Conrad Tokyo, holla at you, bro.
All right, bro.
Youth. Good old youth. Johnny from North Carolina. Sorry to keep you waiting. What's up, fam?
So I wanted to talk about these 49ers versus Vikings?
Let's run it.
All right, so obviously I think that they're going to shut down Garoppolo. They're going to make him look basic.
Okay.
But I'm more interested in seeing how Kirk Cousins does with his wide receivers.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to be looking out for.
Are you saying that the Minnesota Vikings are going to beat the shit out of the San Francisco 49ers and the invincible Jimmy Garoppolo? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that their defense is going to shut them down. I don't know about the offense yet. I don't know how much chemistry he has with the wide receivers, but I definitely don't see the 49ers scoring more than 20 points.
What do you think about the 49ers defense?
I mean, they have Reuben Foster, and, that's pretty much it.
That's it? Like, all together? Like, their D-line with all first-round picks don't mean nothing to you neither? Just nothing?
I mean, I don't know. Kirk Cousins never,
They got Richard Sherman. They got Richard Sherman.
Oh shit, they do. See, I'm curious. I want to see how Adam Thielen and Kirk Cousins do.
That should be fun.
All right. And,
all right.
Also,
what else you got, Johnny? Shit, come on, Johnny. Bring some fire. Shit.
I also want to talk about how the Cowboys going to run over everybody. They're going to run over.
Talk that shit, Johnny. You bought yourself 5 more minutes. Go ahead, Johnny. Tell them about the Cowboys, Johnny. Go ahead. Let us know.
They're going to run over freaking their whole front seven.
True.
Z going to have 180 yards.
True.
He going to have 3 touchdowns.
True.
We going to win 27-14.
Shit, keep up.
I got $50 on this game.
Okay. Well, you gonna get your money. Cowboys gonna beat the shit out of the Panthers, dog. Wakanda forever. Keep going.
we gonna shut down Cam.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna have 7 rushing yards. He gonna be 0 out of 9.
Man, you Johnny from North Carolina, man. You can't be saying this about the Panthers, man.
Okay, so everybody here, every Panther fan here, they all hating on the Cowboys this week. Everywhere I go.
They're about to get their ass whooped. I would hate if somebody about to beat them.
I go.
Talk to a Cardinal fan. What else? That's it? That's all you got?
I hear him on the radio.
That's all he got. Appreciate you, man. I got to get to Keon and Mike from Missouri. Let's go Keon first. What up, Keon?
How's it going, Fosh?
Doski Woski, brother. What you got for the show?
Alrighty. I would for my week 1 matchups.
So let's see who the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. They play New Orleans.
Yes, we're going to be on the road. We're going to be, it's going to be difficult. We're going to have Ryan Fitzpatrick leading the show.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think we're going to win that game.
Of course not.
Unfortunately.
Of course not.
All right.
But go ahead.
I don't think that. But other than that matchup, I think that Atlanta versus Philly. I think Philly's taking that matchup, honestly.
Okay, tell us why.
I do. The thing is with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, I think they're good and they'll score points against Philadelphia. But I think that the Philly defense will get into their groove and start shutting that down. They'll cover him. They'll cover him and Calvin Ridley. And after that, I don't think Atlanta has enough to stop Carson Wentz and that show that they have going on. So I don't think Atlanta is going to win.
I think the Falcons going to beat the shit out of the Eagles, but that's just my opinion. And it's Thursday night too. And this is what I learned about Thursday and Monday night. Somebody got to get blown out. Like it's not really like good games just don't happen on Thursday and Monday. So if I had to pick somebody to get their ass whooped like real bad, it'll be the Eagles, and that'll be an interesting talking point. The Super Bowl Eagles, got the shit beat out of them.
Are the Eagles favored to win that game?
Yes, the Eagles are a -3 favorite. The over/under is 45.5. So even
the experts are thinking it's close. Even the experts think it's going to be close.
If I could just put my Illuminati glasses on, I think this would be a good time for Atlanta to beat the shit out of them. But that's just me.
I certainly hope not, but I don't think so either.
You're a Buccaneers fan. Y'all not gonna make the playoffs, Keon. Don't ruin the Falcons this year, man. Come on, man.
All right, whatever.
Just go ahead and get Nick Bosa next year, man. Just go ahead.
I honestly think that Jacksonville is gonna beat the Giants. I don't think that they have a whole lot going on, especially since they just started with retooling their defense. And Jacksonville got to the playoffs, and the Giants didn't do anything all last year. They did go into the draft, but, it takes some time for guys to gel. I think that Jacksonville is going to win that game. It's not going to be a high-scoring game, but that's just me. And other than that, Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers. That's going to be funny. I think you guys are going to run all up and down.
Talk that shit, Keon. Let them know. Look, I'm not biased when I say this shit. I really think the Cowboys about to beat the shit out the Panthers, man. Like, I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be close. Let me look at the line for this. Like, I don't think the Panthers like very, very good this year. So they're the favorite. They're the favorite. I think we're gonna beat the shit out of the Panthers, but whatever. Go ahead, Kim. I'm listening.
The thing is, your line and their front seven. I mean, they have a good front seven, but it's mainly the linebackers that are the stars of the show in Carolina. Mm-hmm. And I think that Zeke, if he's just gonna run 3, 4, 5, 6 yards throughout the whole game, then even if the linebackers are stopping him, I don't think any of the linemen are going to get to him or Dak. These guys that you guys have, your wide receivers have good route running. Mm-hmm. They're short distance. Mm-hmm. We're not going to try. I don't think you guys are going to try to take it over the top for Joshua Jackson and those kinds of corners to even get, anything to bite on. So it's going to be...
They can't throw it over the top anyway.
We can throw it over the top anyway because we've done it before. We did it on the Cardinals in preseason, damn it. But I'm just saying, it's cool.
I'm just saying, like, they're not gonna fall for that trap. They're just gonna smash the Panthers right in the face all game. Gonna be painful.
This shit gonna be so fun, man. This shit gonna be so cool. Let me just say real fast to Miss April and Miss Tasha, I'm sorry for posting all these half naked women on the stream or whatever, but I'm watching, they have naked women, so I apologize. I just wanted to share the wealth, with everybody that that's in the chat box that can appreciate half naked women. So I'm sorry, Miss April and Miss Tasha. But go ahead, Keon, what you were saying?
All right, but I'm actually very interested in the Sunday night football game in Chicago versus Green Bay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I cannot. I mean, they haven't been great the last years, but people are saying that their drafts have been hot. Aaron Rodgers just got paid, but then Chicago just got Khalil Mack, and they got all their guys that they drafted. I mean, I know Mitch Trubisky is kind of up and down, but there's still some upside to him. So what do you think is going to happen on Sunday night?
In my better judgment, I think the Packers should win, but there are some variables here. It's a division game. It's hard to call division games. I think it's a night game. And most of the times, people get shit beat out of them for the night game. Plus, I think the Bears are a totally different team than they were last year, so they have a shot.
Exactly,
they have a shot, but I don't think the Packers have an idea of what's to come. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
I don't even like. The thing is, I don't have a dog in that fight, but it's interesting. Also, I don't believe that the NFC North is the best division in football. I would say it would be the NFC South.
I think
not all. We put three teams into the playoffs. That's all I gotta say about that.
You putting 3 teams into the playoffs this year?
I think that's going to happen this year too.
I don't think the Panthers and the Bucks are better than the Bears and the Lions.
We are definitely better than the Lions.
What you think the Lions?
You think the Buccaneers are better than the Lions?
The Buccaneers are better than the Lions.
Keon, I think the Buccaneers are going to be in the race to get Nick Bosa, bro, or like Ed Oliver or something. I just think it's going to be one of those types,
How do you think? I don't think that we're going to tank that hard.
Keon, don't let your fan glasses fool you, man. I think they're going to beat the shit out y'all. And Keon,
are you talking about the Lions? All right. Last year, we lost to them on a field goal kick. But all throughout that game, it was ridiculous. I watched that game over and over. I saw a lot of luck. I saw a lot of bad plays from Jameis, but he has grown since then. He was hurt during that game.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out, Keon. This way more important than what you said. Miss Tasha said, "You good. I can appreciate a nice booty. I like Serena's butt." So let me just continue to post more ass on the screen right now. How about this one, Tasha? What you think? Okay, Keon, go ahead. What you think about that one?
All right, and also in the preseason when we played the Lions, we only lost because we put our 2s, 3s, and 4s way earlier than they did, and it was also preseason. But before we did that, we had complete control over them. I honestly think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are better than the Detroit Lions.
Keon, that's wild, man. That's wild, Famo.
I understand how you feel. Look,
that's rough, Keon.
I think that the Bucks have all the time in the world to be a good team this year. I know everybody's falling off. We used to be the trendy pick. We were the what do you call it? The stats masters, the paper champions. But this year, I think that it's going to be a little bit different. We always hope that. But that last year, that was ridiculous.
Shouts out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Shouts out to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Keon, appreciate you, famo. We're going to have this conversation in about 6 weeks, bro, but we will have it. Thanks for calling, man.
Hey, man, just let me stay on the line. I'll be muted.
All right, cool. Cardinal fan, why is you letting Keon walk around acting like the damn Bucks better than the Lions, man? Why you doing that, man?
Well, first of all, it goes back to if you look good, you feel good, and you play good. And those creamsicle uniforms are cold, man. That's why. Hopefully they come out with those creamsicles day one.
The Bucks will make the playoffs because they're new uniforms. I understand. We got we got Mike from Missouri. What's up, famo?
How you doing, Vox, comrade and Cardinal fan?
Doski Woski, fella. What you got for the show?
Oh, bro? Keon too, I guess. I forgot Keon.
Yeah, Keon's here too. Yeah. What you got for the show, Mike?
Well, I had 2 questions. First off, you really think the Packers are going to win on Sunday night?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game. I do think the Bears have a better idea of what the Packers are going to do opposed to the Packers knowing of the Bears. Aaron Rodgers is there. It seems like the first-string offensive line had problems blocking for Aaron Rodgers this preseason, but that is preseason. I got a lot of faith in Leonard Floyd. I got a lot of faith in Khalil Mack. I will say, on paper, the Packers seem like they would beat the Bears, but styles make fights, man. Styles make fights. And I think if you can get to Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that's how you stop any quarterback. If you just get to Aaron Rodgers.
Keep him in the pocket, though, huh?
Keep him in the pocket and just play fast in the secondary. We'll see. It comes down to Money Mitch, and can he move the ball? with Jordan Howard and those brand new receivers that he got. So it's possible that the Bears could win. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, I'm really banking on that line just falling apart. You know, Akeem Hicks tearing it up, Goldman up the middle, Roquan screaming, you know, Leonard Floyd with a club on his hand, Khalil Mack. I don't know. I see the Bears. I see a whole week of upsets, honestly. Like
true, I totally agree.
Yeah,
so
starting with the Cowboys,
the Giants.
right?
I think the Bears are going to start it off, and then the Giants are going to upset the Jaguars.
Ooh.
And the Cowboys are obviously going to beat up on the Panthers.
They're going to beat the shit out the Panthers, though. But go ahead.
The Bucks still getting their ass whooped.
Hey, how about this, though? How about this? I got Cleveland beating Pittsburgh, though. How about that?
I can totally see that, Vox.
I got Cleveland beating Pittsburgh, man. I just think
I could totally see Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry, and Njoku having a good day. Carlos Hyde. Yeah.
Myles Garrett sacking the shit out of people. I just see it. I see it, bro.
Oh, goodness. Michael Kendricks.
He actually got arrested for insider trading. So this ain't like Cleveland Police Department. Like this, like the feds. I don't even know what that means. So
You've been hanging out with Randy Gregory too much.
No, it's different.
Or Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
This is much more of a FBI type of deal opposed to the Cleveland Police Department. So this is much different. Randy Gregory is actually the good guy. You know what I'm saying? Amongst those guys.
Oh my God.
You know. Randy Gregory never really got arrested. He just got suspended for smoking weed. He never got arrested. The feds is after Michael Kendrick. There's levels to this. But I feel
Dude, I do love Randy Gregory.
Randy Gregory gonna be nasty this year.
Yeah, I loved him coming out of Nebraska, man. Randy's
gonna be nasty this year. And DeMarcus Lawrence on the other side, he had like 14.5 sacks last year. It's gonna be interesting in Dallas, man. It's gonna be interesting in Dallas. People ain't gonna want to hear me say that. I sound biased saying that, but let's run it.
I think Chidobe is gonna get a pick first game. You know, Cam Newton's inaccurate, but
we'll see, man. We'll see about Cheeto. Byron seems to have found a home at cornerback. We'll see. Sean Lee's healthy. Let's keep him that way. Is
Connor Williams starting for y'all?
Who?
Connor Williams.
Connor Williams gonna be at left guard starting next to Tyron Smith. That's gonna be smooth. And Pete Desat, y'all, Jalen Smith is healthy. Let me talk about my Cowboys for a minute. All these risks that we took, taking Sean Lee in the second round, taking Randy Gregory in the second round, taking Jalen Smith in the second round, all those guys playing now. All those.
What about
guys
Van Der Esch?
Van Der Esch. Look, this another point that I'm making to people, man. I think if your draft picks come in day one and start, I think your team wasn't that good at that spot. Like Van Der Esch has practiced a little bit, and he's been hurt or whatever. But when he's practiced, he ain't been better than Jalen Smith or Sean Lee.
Yeah, I like Jalen better than Van Der Esch.
You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna play a lot of nickel. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be on a lot of two linebacker sets. We pulled Joe Thomas from Green Bay. Joe Thomas out there looking like an animal. Sean Lee and Jalen Smith starting. I mean, Van Der Esch hadn't earned his spot yet. And it's not like Van Der Esch has been flat out trash because y'all almost caught an interception on the sideline of one of these preseason games. But Jalen and Sean Lee just been looking godly. So, you know, it just is what it is on that level. But he will be getting the rotation, though.
You guys think he'll make a run for Earl Thomas?
I'm out on Earl Thomas, man. I ain't trying to pay a first or a second round pick to get him.
He's not leaving.
When I could just get him free next year. You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much not worth it then?
It's not worth it, man. Keep your picks. Now, we can pay him. It ain't about the money. But I'm not trying to give up draft equity to go get Earl when I can get him free next year.
Yeah, true.
But that's all you got, though, bro? Mike from Missouri?
Well, I actually have one more question, and it's about fantasy.
Okay, what's up, bro? I got you.
I need to know who to start in my wide receiver 3 spot.
Okay.
It's either going to be Anthony Miller, Dede Westbrook, or DJ Moore?
PPR?
PPR for sure.
4 point, half point?
4 point.
I think DJ Moore gets more opportunities than the other two. Like he's the first guy. He's out there. He's the Z, I believe. Funches is playing X or something like that. Anthony Miller's he's working his way into the slot spot, the rotation when Taylor Gabriel's out there. I think he lines up as Z. D.D. Westbrook, I kind of got to see. I haven't seen him out there yet. I think the safest thing is to go DJ Moore. That's just my opinion, because I think he'll get the most opportunities, and I think he's on the field the most.
That's a logic-based opinion. I can respect that.
100%, Mr.
All right, but yeah, that's all I had.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. And look, before you go, keep D.D. Westbrook, because I feel like D.D. Westbrook is going to be the long-term play. But this week, with all the question marks that we have, go DJ Moore, because he'll be on the field the most.
Yeah. You know what? I think I might have heard it on one of your shows that you said take a flyer on D.D. Westbrook.
100%, sir.
In the late rounds.
I did.
So that's where it came up in my head. It was you, Vach.
Yep.
So thank you for that if it does pay out.
Salute, man. I mean, look, Marquise Lee hurt for the year. Hearns is gone. Robinson is gone. There's a lot of equity to go around in that offense. I think D.D. Westbrook is going to be the guy to come out on top. Appreciate you, famo.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys have a good night.
Yep.
With all this Cowboy talk, you want to put 5 on that one too?
That's $10, Cardinal fan. What you expect from me, man? What the hell going on up here? What the hell you huh?
Oh, you're scared. It's cool. All right. No, I got you. No need to say no more.
Cowboys gonna beat the shit out the Panthers, man. Look, well, I got this 124 people watching or whatever. If you want to support the show directly, there's a couple ways you can do it. I got a lot of short-term projects I'm working on: camera, filming equipment, lenses, other lightings and stuff. I bought a GoPro the other day. Calling the fan, I tell you about the GoPro I bought the other day. Hold on.
Briefly, what up with your GoPro? Let me
hold on, don't go nowhere. Wait a minute, my motherfucking GoPro. Wait a minute.
Jeez.
Okay, whoa, hello? Okay, listen, man. So, with another PayPal donation, because what happens with the PayPal is the PayPal comes in immediately and the Patreon comes in once a month. So the long-term projects are funded on Patreon, but my short-term projects are funded on PayPal. So here is my motherfucking new GoPro that I'm going to use to do football shit with. Let me pull up my OBS. So.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get on that field. You're
100%
cousin or something, right?
100%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This is my new GoPro, y'all. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna strap it to this head harness right here, and or this chest harness right here. So when I'm teaching football, when I'm coaching or I'm doing private lessons, I got family, I got friends, I got a lot of people that I've done private football lessons for. I might even start doing like technique tutorial or whatever, because people like how I talk this pass rush talk. You're gonna get a first person view of me teaching football technique. You know what I mean? So when I'm telling people about, so if we're looking at Ed Oliver or whatever, and we talking about hand placement or manipulating the stab techniques with the wrist control joints, I could show you from my perspective, opposed to me putting the marker on the screen, just kind of pointing at the shit. You gonna actually see me in action do this shit, because I'm young enough to still pull this off. I'm 26, so I can still, like, you know what I'm saying, engage with athleticism sometimes. So when I'm doing these private lessons, y'all gonna get like a real close view of the shit. So just so y'all up on game for what I'm doing with this Patreon/PayPal money, just bought a GoPro, and I think that shit gonna be fly. I might even do stuff like
that is gonna be fly.
What'd you say?
Buck, that's pretty innovative. I can't think of anyone in the game right now even doing that or getting that up close and teaching those nuances of like hand techniques or whatever.
Nobody's done it.
That's a great idea.
Nobody's done it. I'll even think of like quarterback stuff. Definitely like vision and stuff like that. I can definitely talk about like quarterback stuff, offensive line stuff, D-line stuff, linebackers seeing things or whatever. So expect those videos too. Now these will be on the football channel. It's not going to be on the second channel. So y'all going to see this on the Vash Lombardi channel soon enough. Yes, Miss April. If you wanted to hit the PayPal button, she just asked about the Gmail. That's on the screen right there. So if you got PayPal, go to vach63@gmail.com. It's right there, and you can donate to an immediate project, is what I call it. Peep this out. Guess what else I did with the damn Patreon, with the damn PayPal Cardinal fan? I got a whole bunch of other shit that's gonna complement my GoPro. So I got this thingamajig here. It's like a dash cam almost. So I can run my GoPro like when I'm doing like jokes in the car, like a long car drive or something. I could do like podcasts from there or like jokes, or if I see some funny shit out in the street, I could just talk about that. It's like a selfie stick. I don't do selfie sticks. That's more so something that my lady friends will do. But I got this shit. And a couple other little, knickknacks and all that, couple memory cards. So I like to be transparent on this show. I don't like to just get donations and leave people in the dark. I like to let people know where their donations are going. So that's the latest immediate purchase from my PayPal situation. If y'all wanted to donate to a long-term project to the Patreon, y'all can hit that up too. Let's get back into these calls. You got something else, Carter fan, before I move on to the next call?
No, go ahead. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's cool.
Salute. Let's run it for the cardio. In the car, you can't get framed for insurance fraud or if the police try to pull a fast one. Fair enough, Clay Patterson. I ain't even think about that, but if somebody try to, brake check me, I got facts now, but I'm mostly going to use it for like up-close football shit. And I'll be recording that on the 14th. I'm actually going to do a private lesson September 14th, so I'll probably have a video for y'all in a couple weeks on that, so stay tuned. Let's get into these phones, though. 916, who this?
Yo, it's Joseph. I'm a Chargers fan.
What up, Joe, the Chargers fan? What you got for the show?
So, I think my Chargers, even though we lost Derek Henry, our tight end in preseason.
Hunter Henry.
We're going to make a run.
Hunter Henry,
yeah. I said Derek Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we're going to make a run. Us against the Chiefs, I don't like. It's a divisional matchup, so it might come down to a field goal, so we might lose that.
Okay.
Since we can't kick a field goal to save our lives.
Okay.
But about this Cowboys and Panthers, I think the Panthers are going to win.
I don't know why you think that, man, because we're going to beat the shit out the Panthers, but I'm listening, though.
Nah, I think
Put some money where your mouth is.
Put some money where your mouth is, fam. What you want to do?
Shoot, I'm broke, so I can't be betting. So,
well, shut your mouth then. That's how you talk to him, Cardinal fan. Go ahead, Joe, the Chargers fan.
So I think I'm concerned about your secondary.
About our secondary?
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Not we all.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I think DJ Moore going to run a clinic on y'all.
Watch this. What makes you think DJ Moore is going to run a clinic on us?
Because how he performed in preseason, I feel like he chose.
Preseason. Cheeto going to smoke the hell out of DJ Moore, man.
The way when we played you guys on Thanksgiving, when Keenan Allen just straight, I think he put up 140 yards on y'all.
Talking about last year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh, okay. Cheeto ain't even play that game. Zeke ain't even play that game. Tyron Smith ain't even play that game. Go ahead.
Okay. That would have made a difference.
It wouldn't have?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, Zeke. I'll give you this. Zeke would probably.
And Tyron Smith, yes.
Ran a clinic on us. I believe that.
And Tyron Smith and Tyron Smith would have been very effective too. Correct?
No.
Tyron Smith wouldn't have been effective against y'all pass rushes. Tyron Smith, one of the best, probably one or two best left tackles in the game, wouldn't have been effective versus your pass rush. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, wasn't he active?
No. Tyron, if he did play, he was hurt. He wasn't playing.
I believe he was playing, but they did say before they
playing.
He playing.
I believe he was injured.
Man, look, he was playing, but he wasn't playing. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Matter of fact, since you want to display the Cowboys, get off the phone. get off the phone.
Oh man, cold.
That's how we doing tonight, Cardinal fan. Steven Benzick, what's up, brother?
What up, Coach? How's it going?
Doski Woski, famo. Did you happen to catch my new GoPro, Steven Benzick?
Yes, I did. That damn thing be looking sweet.
It's looking sweet, man. We gonna bring some colorful back to the game, famo. Tell us about how you think the Bears gonna beat the shit out the Packers, though. Tell us why.
What do I need to say? It's the Bears. Christ. Of course we're gonna whoop the Packers.
Fair enough.
Enough said.
Fair enough.
Acting like the Packers are all big bad and all that. Nah.
Fair enough.
Nah.
Fair enough. Tell us more.
No, but to be totally honest, I do think that's actually probably going to be one of the better games because the interesting thing is Mike Pettin does always do pretty damn good on the defensive side. So, and the Green Bay Packers have had shit defense for a long time.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting, and it'll also be interesting to see what Mitch can do in his second year with all these new toys.
Well,
that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, they added Muhammad Wilkerson, I believe, and then they drafted Jair Alexander and Josh Jackson. So they've made attempts to make their defense better, the Packers' defense better.
To be totally honest, I'm not so worried about Wilkerson because he's been seeming like he's been trending on the down.
Damn.
Like, he was good, but as the years have been going on, his sack numbers have gone down and down. Now, I do understand he was playing for the Jets, and I don't remember if, who was lining up next to him a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So they could just be double-teaming him a lot. So, I mean, those numbers can be skewed one way or the other, but I'm not really too worried about Wilkerson. Well, I'm at because I have absolute confidence in our offensive line. Because now they're saying Eric Kush is going to be our starting left guard, which, yeah, okay, fine. I would wish highly that they would have just put Daniels at center and put Whitehair at guard, but, whatever. Because I just think that James Daniels is a hell of a center. And I think he'll be a hell of a center in the league, too. But, whatever's on that. But I have the confidence in our line that they'll keep Trubisky clean. They'll keep those running lanes open. And my biggest fear, honestly, is Josh Jackson. I'm not so worried about Alexander just because I was kind of iffy on him even in the draft. Okay. I know he was a top talent, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's not, but I was just iffy on him. I was higher on Jackson than I was on Alexander, though. But even in a couple of games that I watched, Jackson's been playing really good in that defense. In that Penn defense, I mean. So that's actually the one guy who I'm kind of a little bit more, I don't want to say scared, but I'm a little bit more nervous over.
Concerned about. Focused on. Yeah.
Not Aaron. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, because, Alexander's a great player. I'm not saying that he's not. But to me, it's just, I just think Jackson, with the ball skill that dude has, is just a little bit more scarier than Alexander and his speed. Because Alexander's a fast guy. He can cover.
True.
He can cover. He probably could cover Gabriel or Cohen. True. And I think that's who they might actually put on him. To be totally honest, I think it'll probably either be if Cohen or Gabriel's out there. I would expect Alexander probably to cover that guy.
True.
Either one, just because Alexander does have really good speed, and those are our two fastest guys. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have Josh Jackson, I think he'll probably cover Robinson or Allen Robinson for the Bears. So, which to me, I have a funny feeling they might try to focus him a little bit because of the contract, because he's going to be the number one, and they want to get his confidence up. So I could also see that too. But the one thing I'm not worried about on their defense is their linebacking core.
Yeah,
because
they've been trash for years.
That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. That was like back when the Bears had Shane McClellan and I can't remember the other dude's name. He was the Florida linebacker that we had that's now playing for the Colts. I think his name was Jonathan Bostic or some shit. But I'm not even worried about them at all. It's really just that line and that back end. And that's really about it. And then you got Rodgers, which, I mean, hell, anytime you got Rodgers, you got a chance, but he ain't gonna do nothing against the Bears. Plus, we usually play him pretty tight too.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a night game and it's prime time, and it's a division game. It can get kind of weird. It can get funky.
And it's a rivalry game too. Like Bears Packers, that's the rivalry game right there. Like even the coach was saying, like, it was funny because on one of the Bears things they showed, like, Nagy went to the players and say, "Hey, we're on Sunday. We're playing Sunday. It's Sunday night, and guess who we're playing? Packers." And all the Bears players were like, "It's about time we play them on a good night." So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen in that game. I think the Bears are really going to be good this year. I have really high hopes for that defense too. I think it's going to be top 5. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. What's that? Being played out? It is in Lambeau though. That's the only thing. So I gotta deal with all those rowdy Packers fans and all their cheese hats. Don't worry, I'll have my grader going.
Cool. Hey man, football's back. Steven Benzik, appreciate you. You already know you welcome to call in and say whatever the hell you want. You are that level platinum. Anything else, Steve?
No, I actually got to pick up my daughter here quick, but I'll probably call back in a little while.
Yes, sir. Doski Woski. We're doing hip hop later if you want to tune into that.
Yeah, man.
We're doing some of my favorite diss tracks, and we're talking about Eminem's album and him being pissed off.
Are you going to talk about that Machine Gun Kelly diss that he put on Eminem?
Yes, sir. We can even discuss.
All right. I'll be tuning in for that because that was actually pretty good. I have to give it to Kelly. I didn't think Kelly was that good, but then I listened to that and I'm like, okay, dude's pretty good.
It's pretty dope.
Machine Gun
Kelly got some balls.
You better shut
I
up.
don't know, some blonde from some Midwest town. I think he's from Cleveland. I don't know.
He's from Cleveland.
You like his flow because it sounds exactly like Eminem's flow.
I don't.
Save it. We save it. We gonna do it later.
Wait, hold on. We'll save that for later.
Damn. All right, Steve. Damn.
Yeah, Steve.
So listen, let me get my clock out for these next 2 calls, so I can get y'all off the line, so we can get into the next portion. It's about to be 2 hours.
But here's the problem with that Bears-Packers game, though.
What's up, bro?
Winning is a habit. The Bears aren't there, man. That's not the culture over there. That's why they haven't been good in so long. It's a cultural thing. It's a talent, sure, coaching, sure, but they just don't have that. You're telling me they're going to walk in day one to Lambeau Field and beat the Packers? Yeah, right, man.
Steven Benz, don't let Cardinal fans say that to you. Oh, man. Come on, Steven, man. Let me get my clock out for these next 2 callers so we can play Beat the Clock. How much time on the clock should I give them, Cardinal fan?
1:30, 90 seconds.
Minute 30? We'll give y'all 90 seconds. I think that's fair. If y'all want to get your last minute calls in, 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Send my voice. 940. Let's run it. Who this?
Yo, what up, Bosh? It's T-Dub from Wichita Falls.
What up, T-Dub from Wichita? What you got for the show?
Make it quick. Just a few things. One, I'm tired of people showing those pictures of Randy Gregory. He needs to update his profile or something because every one of his pictures I see on either ESPN or wherever look like my 1970 pictures of my drunk uncle's backyard. He with his hair uncut and telling old stories about his glory days. He needs to update his look.
Randy Gregory got dreads and everything now, dog. They ain't even got the updated dread pic, man. It's crazy.
Well, man, well, they need to get those online because what they keep popping up is it look like he coming off a bender.
Oh, you know what that means? Keep going.
As for the game, man, I'm so proud of these fellas, the way they showed themselves in preseason. I got much respect for them. Can't wait for it to start. The only thing I'm sweating is that offensive line, third downs. Damn it! See, you got me flustered. Vosh.
Conversion rate.
Randy Gregg,
Conversion rate.
My trainer. Third down, man. Them getting called for penalties. So we're gonna be third and short, and I'm fearful that Bigfoot Collins gonna get called for one of those quick steps back and get pulled for 5. So instead of 3rd and 3, it's gonna be like 3rd and 8 all the time.
So you're worried about the penalty yardage affecting the down and distance on our third. Yeah, okay, I got you. Sure, I got you. 100%. I feel you. And that's something that the
that's a coaching issue, though, right, Butch?
No,
that's
sir.
A coaching issue by not getting your players ready mentally, right?
No, sir. Cut it out. You know how I feel, Cardinal fan. That's why you're up here fooling with me. Yeah. So I mean, if it's 3rd and 1 and we the Cowboys, we can't have holding calls. If it's 3rd and long, we can't give them easy first down. So I totally agree, T-Dub.
Yeah, and outside of that, just make sure we're gonna be rushing the passer like a madman. So just make sure that the linebackers are ready to catch those tip balls. There's gonna be balls flying out of Cam's hands that look weird, crazy. Ugly. Be ready to catch those balls. I'm tired of seeing balls drop for no damn reason, being inches away from being an interception, just because they wasn't looking for it. Look for it now.
Now I'm looking in the chat box and Miss April say fire Garrett. I normally disagree, but since she says she gonna donate to my PayPal, yeah, fire Garrett, Miss April. You're right. T-Dub. I think we're gonna see a lot of erratic passes from Cam because of the pass rush too. I think they got 5 hurt offensive linemen. I'm not kidding. I think they got 5 guys hurt. And our defensive line, we've been looking good on the pass rush side of the game as of late. So I can expect a bunch of errant throws from Cam Newton. So, yeah, we need to, catch the balls that are, tipped in the air. I totally agree.
That's all I got for you, Voch, man. Running for the cardio.
Oh, hey man, I cut this clock off on you, man, because you was giving me a great call, so I just cut the clock off and let you rock. But appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Yes, sir.
That's T-Dub from Wichita. Good call right there. That don't mean I'm gonna cut the clock off for this one though. 214. Who this?
Hey, this is Gang Wise from Dallas, man.
What's happening, man? What you got for the show?
Not much, man. I just want to say what's up, Voch, man. You've been doing a good job, man, on your commentary, man. I appreciate everything you're doing, brother, and keep it moving, man. I will be donating coming up soon, man.
Salute, Doski Woski, brother.
But real quick, man. Let's get the boring stuff out the way real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm interested to see OBJ go up against Ramsey the first week. It's gonna be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they scrap, maybe they won't. Also, when it comes to the Falcons and the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that game because I want to see what the Eagles are doing. Can they repeat that same physical play as they did last year winning the Super Bowl? But let's get to the good shit, man.
Let's run it.
Dak Prescott.
We gonna beat the shit out the Panthers, dog. Go ahead.
Look, man, look. I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk trash about Dak Prescott, man.
Yeah.
Look, when you look at the guy's short game, man, he can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's got vision. He needs to work on his throwing motion a little bit, yes, get better with the deep ball.
Sure.
But this is the closest quarterback I've ever seen to the GOAT, Tom Brady, whom I hate, by the way, but I got to call him the GOAT because it is what it is.
Be careful now. This ain't a Cowboy show, so we got a lot of people listening, but I'm going to let you rock, though. Go ahead.
I appreciate it, man. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, man, I'm going to close up, man. We're going to win this game, man. We're going to pound it down on them, man. We're going to beat them up, man, and that's how we're going to do it, man.
I will say Dak gets a lot of flack for a quarterback that hasn't had a losing season in the league so far, and he still won 9 games despite not having his top-tier weapons around him. So I'm totally on the Dak train, man. The bandwagon's full, but they can try to run behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's an old Drake line or whatever. But appreciate it, fam. Thanks for calling in, though.
Appreciate you.
Salute. And we got Mike from Missouri calling back in. What's up, Mike? You got less time, but you called in already. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, I got to talk to Cardinal fan real quick.
Cardinal fan's right there. Go get him, Cardinal fan. Get him.
Cardinal fan, the Bears will most definitely march into Lambeau and whoop their butt.
Cardinal fan?
Oh, man. I mean, I just don't see it. Unproven quarterback, no synergy or
Well, we didn't really have a good offensive coordinator last year. You got to give Money Mitch a chance.
No defense, no
Don't say no defense.
Yeah. Running backs are below average.
Nope.
I don't see it, man.
Jordan Howard has had some great seasons with 8, 9-man boxes. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. You got 5 on it?
I got 50 on it already.
Hey, yo, Mike from Missouri, I'm hearing some beeping from your line. We're gonna go ahead and drop you, but Cardinal fans say put that bread up.
Call back Tuesday.
Yeah, call back Tuesday. Call back Tuesday.
I won't rub it in.
Cardinal fans say put that bread up. Put them hands up then. And we're gonna let Steven be the last call. What's up, Steve?
What up, Coach?
Then you call.
How dare you? You start doing that shit as soon as I leave. Why don't you?
Didn't you call in, Steven?
Yeah. I'll call back.
Okay, I'm tripping. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
I told you I'd call back.
You're right. I'm sorry.
But I see how it is, Cardinal fan. I see how it is. As soon as I leave, you're going to talk bad about the Bears. I see what you're doing.
Damn.
I mean, the truth hurts, right?
You got something you want to say, Cardinal fan?
Come on. What do you got? Let's hear it.
You just said Money Mitch ain't shit. That what you said, Cardinal fan.
Well,
I know I didn't hear that shit.
You said Money Mitch is not better than Josh Rosen. That's what you said, Cardinal fan.
Oh, hell no, he ain't better than Josh Rosen.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So he did say that then. Okay.
Get out of here with that trash.
Okay, so I wasn't making it up. He totally did say that. Okay, cool.
No. It's a culture.
You've got to be kidding me.
Man, they don't have a winning culture.
I don't think
they don't
he's
have
kidding.
the habit of winning.
Damn.
We don't have a habit of winning, huh? How about this? You want to put 5 on it?
Yeah,
I'll take the. Yeah, you be quiet real quick when you put your money in.
No,
want to put 5 on it? All right, let's put 5 on it.
Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field on a bottom team. Yeah, I'll take that.
Winner.
Take your money all day.
Fine, winner goes to Vox then. How about that?
Ooh. Bet the house.
Yeah, right now.
Bet the house.
I love all my friends.
Vox is the house. We play him. How about that?
I love all my friends from Chicago. I make so much money off of you guys. It is not even funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, I'll take that bet.
Yeah, you were taking it because we didn't have a great team the last couple of years. I'll admit that. I'll admit it. They also didn't let Mitch do nothing last year because they didn't have nothing last year. What did they honestly have? Name me one receiver besides Kendall Wright was worth a damn last year. I'll listen.
On who? On what team? On the
Bears.
Green Bay?
No, on the Bears.
Come on, Cardinal fan. Don't let them do this.
Name one good receiver on the Bears team. That's your question.
Besides Kendall Wright.
They don't have any. That's why I'm trying to take your money.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. How the hell can you say that it's not going to work this year?
So Pete,
they got too many.
Pete this out. I want both of y'all to bet $100 and let me hold it, and then just forget that y'all made the bet.
Okay, I ain't doing that. I ain't that crazy.
Steve,
nice trying that one, Chris. I ain't that crazy.
I got you, fam. And I'm wrapping the show up, Steve. That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, appreciate
You're
you, bro.
awesome, man. Have a great night, Steve.
Yeah, much love, Cardinal.
Salute.
Yeah, man.
See ya.
Yeah.
Steve's awesome.
Yeah, man. All
He is
y'all.
so funny, man.
y'all dope, man. He called in and say, "What you want to do then? Bet your money. Bet $5 on."
I thought he had to pick up his daughter. Vachi must have been heated. Put that on hold.
I think he went and got her already. I don't know. Tristan, you the last caller. That's it. Nobody else. What you got for the show, bro?
Hey, man, first of all, I haven't called in like 6 months. I got to say, it's good to be back.
Hey, man.
It's good to be back.
Hey, man, I think we've evolved as a show over the past 6 months, and we've built this caller community, you know what I mean, that we could be proud of.
I know.
So Steve, Tristan, welcome back, famo. What you got?
Hey, thanks, buddy. I mean, I want to say that the Bears will be better. I'm not a Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think their entire team has gotten better. Are they going to make the playoffs? No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I heard something about hip hop, so I was kind of hoping I'd catch the end of that. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'll talk about football.
That's actually gonna be the next stream. I'm gonna close this stream out, and I'm gonna start a brand new one. We're gonna talk about my favorite diss tracks of all time, and we're gonna talk about Eminem, his new album, and how angry he is, and Machine Gun Kelly responding. So, stay tuned.
All right, hey, I'll be calling back. Don't worry.
Cool, Doski Woski. What else you got there?
All right. I mean, I don't have much on the football front. I mean, like, I'm a Patriots fan. All my rookies are hurt. My expectations are low.
Are you saying that the Houston Texans are going to beat the shit out the Patriots? Is that what you saying?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that if it does, I'm not going to be surprised. And my expectations for the Patriots are low this year.
Okay.
I think Bill Belichick not being good as a GM has finally caught up to him because he can't really draft. Like, every now and again he'll get like 6th-rounder or like a 3rd-rounder that turns out to be really good, but he's missed on a lot of key 1st and 2nd round picks, mainly the 2nd round. And then if he does hit, he doesn't keep them around. So I feel like that's finally catching up to him. I think Bill Belichick, the coach, saves Bill Belichick, the GM.
Yeah, I dig that. Can't be mad at that, though. That's all you got, Tristan?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all I got.
I appreciate you, man. Be more of a regular caller because the season's here now. So call back in the future show.
Yeah, I can stop hanging my head in shame after the Super Bowl. It's a new season.
Thank you, sir. Hit the little bell so you know when I'm dropping. Appreciate you, Tristan. I said Tristan gonna be the last call, but G from Miami, you got 30 seconds, dog. What you got, G from Miami?
What's going on, Vaughn? Can you review my fantasy team right quick?
Go ahead, brother. What you got?
All right, it's a 12-player league, ESPN fantasy, so only one quarterback.
Standard PPR. What you got?
I got Andrew Luck, Todd Gurley, Melvin Gordon, Stephon Diggs, Brandon Cooks, Kyle Rudolph as my tight end, Kenny Stills as my flex, the Saints defense, Mason Crosby, and on bench I got Will Fuller, Pat Mahomes, Packers defense, Sony Michel, Michael Gallup, Eric Ebron, and Andrew Franks.
Who the hell is Andrew Franks?
That's the kicker for Miami.
Why the hell you got kickers and defenses on your bench, man?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Get rid of those guys. You got a good starting team, but go get some depth at running back and receiver, especially running back. Go get some flyers or something. Go get one of these rookies. Go get D.D. Westbrook. If Kerryon Johnson's out there, he shouldn't be, but if Kerryon's out there, go get him. Go get some guys. Just load up. But your first team looks good though.
All right. You having to watch his voice after this? Because I heard you said something about Eminem's album.
Yes, sir. I'm going to cut this stream off and immediately cut the next stream back up. And we're going to talk about my favorite diss songs in hip-hop. We're going to talk about Eminem's new album and Machine Gun Kelly being pissed off at it.
All right. I'm looking forward to that.
My man. Like soon as I cut it off, it's going to be like 2 seconds. I'm going to cut it right back on. So
Yeah, you want me to call it later?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please. You have a
right,
very
I got
qualified hip hop opinion to me, so salute to you, sir.
I got you.
All right. Hey, man, time out. What you think about the GOAT Ryan Tannehill? What he gonna do this week, dog?
Man, I know he's going to do more than Dak Prescott, I'll tell you that.
Well, what'd you say?
He's going to do more than Dak Prescott, I'll tell you that.
Damn, the GOAT gonna beat the shit out of Tennessee this week, huh, dog? Hey, the over-under's 45, but y'all might as well get the over because the GOAT Ryan Tannehill gonna score 45 by himself. Shit.
I'm telling you, yo.
Shit. I'm gonna get
2 rushing touchdowns.
I'm gonna get G from Miami. I'm gonna get G from Miami off the phone on that note. We about to wrap this show up. Cardinal fan, you have any closing remarks, sir?
Just want to say, Vach, great show.
Yeah.
Always enjoy listening to your input and insight. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Salute,
Stick
fam.
around for that hip-hop thing.
Salute.
Yeah, when's your hip-hop song coming out?
Hey, man, listen. I got it. I'm just practicing. I'm just rehearsing it now. I'm formulating it. You know what I mean? And I kind of looked at it before I cut the live stream on. I'm going to fix up some bars on the back end. I might let you listen to it a little bit if I ain't doing nothing else. So just hang tight. Well, I mean, we'll see. I might just not say nothing to you. Making one big complete product. Keon, we wrapping the show up. You good? Or you gonna hang around for the hip hop too?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna see what you have there.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you again so you can hang around for the hip hop show. All right, cool. Cardinal fan, you are gonna hang around for the Voucher's Voice too, right?
No doubt.
I might as well leave you on the phone, so I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Hey, man, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This was a dope one. As always, we had funny. We had energy. We had, look at Mad Dog. Hey, Mad Dog, you just got here. We're actually going to do a Voucher's Voice in 5 seconds. We're going to talk about my favorite diss tracks of all time, or just my favorites. And we're going to discuss Eminem's new album and Machine Gun Kelly being pissed off. So I know you would like to stay tuned for that, Mad Dog. But thanks, everybody, for calling in. Everybody that tuned in, drop likes, drop super chats, drop Patreon and all that. Salute to everybody. Hey, man, it was dope today. Mad Dog, I got to show you my GoPro and all that shit too, but we'll get there, whatever. Hey, man, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, man. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. And the Voucher's Voice podcast is on all your podcast streaming platforms. Peace, y'all. Salute.